Hello and welcome to the stream. We are about to start driving down to Thompson Falls from Kalispell, Montana with this gorgeous load of logs. These are logs. Alright, this one has a Cat V8 3408, I think it's called. Also cranked up to 1000 horsepower. No jake brake, so only retarder on this one, which is a little bit of shame, but it's worth it. It's a good sounding engine, and well, the weaker ones doesn't have much torque. I don't know if that's the real thing, but in the game they don't. So I actually had to fiddle with that as well and change on the open definition, so I get a little more power from the V8. And air start, of course. Why that is, of course, I don't know, but I don't have any other truck having air start, so got a rainy afternoon, evening. Okay, seems like we got what do you call that, issue with the animation issue with the window, so nothing happens when we wind it up and down. Okay, well, oh, it's the little one that actually is opening up. That's interesting. Oh, that's how it works. Okay, so it was no issue, it was just a great update. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, good. Seems like the interior light either doesn't work or it's too bright out to see it, but it should be on when the flashers are on. So
turn left.
no, we're not gonna do that.
Turn left.
No, Mr. Freeman. This load is almost 60,000 pounds. 59,524. It's kind of bright here. I'm sorry, I need to fix that because I got a string of light on my monitor that it bugs me. I didn't notice it until I still have it though. It's slightly better. Oh, alright. Have to live with that.
Keep left.
Oh boy.
And
Alright,
turn
so
left.
yesterday I went through the open definition files of this one, and
Turn left.
this one is John Rudas FreightLiner, by the way, FreightLiner, and his Camworth W900 highway killer. So I don't know if you saw yesterday's stream. In the end, the final load was so heavy, like over 200,000 pounds, sorry. It was a bulldozer. It was, you know, winding roads, narrow and winding roads in Canada, and the tri-drive, just like this one is, tend to go like straight out in the turns, so it's kind of hard to turn with it if the pressure is too high on the fifth wheel, like if you're hauling too heavy. And this one was definitely too heavy, so I got almost nothing on my steering, so I was not able to take corners, and I was not even able to steer like this. There's something with the Kenworth, because this one doesn't behave the same, even though it's a tri-drive and everything. Although I haven't tried that, maybe that kind of equipment, hauling that kind of heavy equipment, so maybe it does, but I haven't noticed it so far. Anyhow, my only way of solving that issue, I tried different wheels, different tires, nothing helped. My only way is actually to change the open definition file and make one of the rear axles liftable, and it stops driving as it goes up also. There's no point in spinning, keep spinning like that. Sometimes it does, but that's when I'm loading a game and it accidentally is up, and it starts to drive anyway. But that's beside the point. So the point was that then it turns into, from a tri-drive to the regular 4-axle drive, oh, 2-axle drive, sorry. And then it stops doing that, going straight out in the turns. So it kind of is contradictory, because you would definitely not lift an axle if you're hauling too heavy.
Turn right.
You wouldn't need that axle, but since it's a simulator, nothing is really thought through or functional. So that is my solution to the problem. So this one can, as well as the Kenworth now, raise the first rear axle, and that would stop it from doing that weird thing going out in the corners. Oh boy. That was stupid. What was that? Oh, the light. The lights, street lights came on. Alright, I apologize, mister. That's not gonna cover your damage, but we're gonna turn right here, but it's, well, it is doable, but maybe I'll just have to wait, or maybe not. Oh boy, that's close. That is freaking close.
Continue straight. Continue straight.
I really missed the jake brake on this one, but you can shift up or down.
And then
you can shift down and use the retarder. It usually helps enough if you're not going too fast.
Turn left.
Not gonna make it. So I rarely drive this one. I don't know why. It is a wonderful truck. It is. I love the panel, the dash. It's really cool. Yeah, I have a lighting. Good. So, and it's really high quality. And it has some great performance as well. It doesn't cut off on your frames just because it's high quality. High quality interiors. Man, look at the mirrors. They're like pretty high poly and great resolution. So yeah, this is a really good truck. I should drive it more often. I'm a sucker for the Pete, of course. That's the main reason. And since I got the Pete with the 80s dash, as I call it, the square dash, I kind of want to drive it all the way. But this one gives basically the same feeling of it from the late 70s, start of the 80s. If I shut this one off, I get additional frames usually. Yeah, I got at least 2 of them, or more now, 43. Gee, that's a lot more. 6 or 7, 8 more frames per second.
Continue straight.
I kind of like this one to be on at times, but with these the flashes go off as well. It's a little sad. I mean, if I would to behold something heavy as a oversized load, sorry,
Continue straight.
then I could have them on, but I usually don't use this truck for that. I'm using it for logs mainly. I have plenty of tractors pulling low boys. Anyone who's seen my streams knows that. I have too many of those, so. And yeah, so these green ones, I usually paint them green. Log trucks, or my log trucks are mainly green, or that theme anyway. And then I have Brownie, of course, the one I drove yesterday. Sometimes I'm using that for hauling logs as well. So that is kind of in between heavy machinery and log transports. I use it for both. Then I have a couple of oddballs with no theme color, just because they look good as they are. Hauling whatever.
Continue straight.
Or mainly machinery. How much fuel do we have? We got a little more than half a tank. This one. So yeah, that's the second thing I changed with this one, because I talked about it in yesterday's stream. Since John Rudas updated all of his trucks for the 148 SCS update, I had to reset all the stuff that I've changed on the open definition files, because I was not sure if they all were also updated. So I updated all his files, all his mod files, and I ended up having to redo the settings for the liftable axles that I wanted. And also on this one, as you can see, it has 4 huge tanks. I'm counting on maybe 300 gallons on each. I don't know, I just, you know, it's might be more, but I just took a number. So that's 600 on the left side and 600 on the other side. No, hang on. If it's 3,000, no, hang on. What did I do? Maybe I was overdoing it. I'm counting on. I think usually it's supposed to be like, I think it was 1160 something or so.
Continue straight.
Almost 1200 gallons in total. So that's 2 600 tanks. Now, I might have done that 4 times 600. but I actually didn't want to overdo it that much, so I don't know, maybe I took like 300 tanks times 4, I don't know. Anyway, point is, I got way more fuel in this one than the other ones. And that is useful. You have to abort, mister, because I'm coming over. And we can stop the blinking now because anyway, you're outside of town. Not that that was the reason, I just wanted to show you the interior lights. How much time do we got for this one? We got 5 hours. We go there in 2:48. Alright, let's do this as a night haul or late night haul. I made the new changes for the mic input, the microphone. Yesterday I made changes for it to be a little more smoother, not so sharp and not squeaky, but it was like really sharp and edgy sound on my voice. Then I ended up turning down the high frequencies and ended up a little bit too muffled. So I'm kind of in between now. I haven't tried it out, so it's going to be interesting to watch or listen to the stream later on. Let me know if it's too loud or too you know, too quiet, whatever. That's always a funny thing to but ask for. Let me know if it's this or that, but everyone has a different reference of what is loud and what is not, so some may have the same, but usually it's different. In my opinion anyway. People have very different references, and everyone having a problem accepting that they are just different. It's nothing wrong with it, it's just different. But yeah, so I don't know why it seems like the game doesn't approve with the mod change of having much fuel, because it's
Keep right and pin.
it's telling me
Continue
that I'm
straight.
almost out of fuel, but I have more than a half tank left. So, or it could be the what was it? It was actually an additional tank for AdBlue or something. I don't know if this one had it. I don't think so. But sometimes it counts it as if it double tanks or whatever. The other tank should be AdBlue. So there are trucks that you can run out of what I call AdBlue. I don't know what they call it in the States, but in Europe we call it AdBlue. The blue stuff. Supposed to make it cleaner. So the politicians
Continue
can
straight.
pet their... No, never mind.
Keep right and pin. Continue
They
straight.
can pet their own shoulder and say that they did
Continue
something good.
straight.
And that's the only reason. Always gonna be only reason. Gonna make things more and more complicated with the mechanics and the development of trucks and vehicles in general. More things gonna break, more things not gonna last. Maybe this electrical vehicle isn't a bad thing if they can solve the pollution from what it takes to make batteries or scrap batteries. I mean, they are not clean. This is really like not environment friendly stuff. People tend to forget that. They say, oh, it's electricity, it's clean. No, it's not. They might not pollute in the moment, but
Continue straight.
it takes a lot to make them. A lot of, I don't know the exact things, but I saw, we got some information about that, and it was like, wow, it's not as clean as you would think at all. There's still issues. And when that's going to be overall known, then they have to do something about it. They won't do anything about it right now because, I don't know, they can't. Or they won't. We're going to drop the subject because I just know too little about it. So I tried this one. I don't think... I'm not sure. There might have been an 800 variant of this engine. Anyway, the strongest variant of them all, except for the ones I put in later. Like I said, for the amount of horses and how strong they should be, they were surprisingly weak.
Straight.
These engines. I don't know if that's real or not, but in the game, the simulator, they were too weak to hold really heavy stuff. So like no torque. And when I think of a V8, I think torque. So that kind of didn't add up in my head why that would be. But the ones I put in, I think I put in an 800. So the one I'm talking about could have been a 600, but the weak one. But I put in an 800 and a 1000 horsepower, and I cranked up the torque as well to the regular amount that usually these engines have. It feels so weird that a V8 would be weaker than a straight 6. That might be, I mean, it might be an old technology, so I don't know. Might be just a sound that is cool. I mean, it's a sophisticated engine. It runs in a sophisticated way. It's smooth running and like your V8 should be. Oh, I'm just clicking the Jake brake, nothing happens. Odd?
Continue straight.
I need to learn how to downshift.
Keep right.
I mean, with this one, I need to downshift more. My brain is going nuts because it's dark in the game and it's daylight here. Like, oh, it's night. Need to be tired now. I'm like, no. It's just a game. My brain is like, get out of here. It's not. It's not a game. It's dark. It's real. Almost there. I don't know if we're gonna deliver this to the sawmill or gonna get it to the forestry. I have no clue. I know the other ones, the Brian Modmaker log train trailers, they had that weird thing that you could go between forestries. Now, why would you provide a forestry with logs? That's a simple question. Why would you have to provide them with extra logs?
Exit right.
Maybe there's a quote to be filled. Not quote. That's a quota. Quota.
Exit right.
To be filled for their delivery to the sawmills. I don't know. But for me, the logic is forestry to sawmill. Machinery can go both ways from whatever rental place to the forestry and back, or service.
Turn right.
Shop. So it's gonna be interesting if we're gonna where this is going. I haven't looked into it that. Thank you, Mr. Fireman.
Continue straight.
No, this is going to the forestry, as it seems, because the sawmill is right here on the right. It doesn't make any sense.
Continue straight.
It would make sense in a way if this is like a late hour and the sawmill closes, I don't know, during the night. So that would make it to be that you have to transport it to the nearest forestry for them to take it there in the morning. I could buy that. Like a hub, basically. I don't think they would go all the way to a forestry for that, though. Probably have a side of the road or something. Hi Eli, welcome. We are hauling logs with the FreightLiner. John Rudas FreightLiner. We don't see much of it yet because it's dark, but I can show you this at least. So she looks inside. Really neat. Typical forestry truck in my opinion. A lot of wood inside. Alright, we need to watch out.
400 meters. Turn left.
So I solved yesterday's issue with truck going out in the corners, in the turns. I changed the open definition file so I could lift one axle in the rear, and that made it not tri-drive but two-axle drive, forward drive, and then it stopped instantly stopped doing that. So even if it doesn't make sense that you would lift an axle if you're hauling that heavy, you would actually need an extra axle, but it stops doing that at least. So that's my way of helping the issue. So that was the only thing I could do, and yesterday was not in the file that I could do so. So I did it on this one as well, but this one never had the same issue as I understand it as I tried it. It seems to be the Kenworth only that has the extreme ability to go straight out in the turns, especially with heavy load. I changed the mic settings again. I don't know how.
In 400 meters.
How is the
Turn
sound
left.
when I speak? Is it okay? This is where we're gonna get in. We don't have a Jake brake on this one, by the way. It's a V8 Cat engine,
Turn right.
and for whatever reason it doesn't have a Jake brake, which is sad. Which is sad. I don't want a Jake brake. Functionality at least. We have the retarder and I can downshift, but that's all. Need to be more careful, especially when it's slippery. See, I mean this one, or it might, this is not as heavy though as the yesterday load, but this just doesn't tend to go straight out, even though it's a tri-drive. And I checked out all the, you know, curb weight and everything, how he divided the weight over the axles, and it was the same. So I don't know what makes the coating of the Kenworth so different from this one and all the other ones, actually. Good. We got a like 20-second delay of first me telling you something and then you write it back. It seems to be a delay on that one as well. Maybe not that much though, but must be really weird for you guys when you write and ask something and I answer. I usually tend to forget looking at the chat too, so it must be a real serious delay. First off, it's a delay, and then it's a delay with me answering the question. It's like a half hour later, but yeah. Is this the high beam though? No, it's not. Okay. It's not much better though. It's a little longer, but not much brighter. So I'm definitely gonna install the. I mean, it's okay. It's not bad, but it was way better before. With the what now is a mod, an extra mod, but it wasn't included before. All right, we reached Thompson Falls Forestry. I wonder if the trailer still is on the side here. I don't think they have removed it. It's going to be there forever. It's a trailer that tipped over on our left side. We can't see it right now, but it's laying on the side. They just nobody's interested in picking that one up. Just lays there as a demonstration of what not to do. All right. Okay, let's see. I think I'm gonna go around like I used to, even if I should be facing that
You've
way.
arrived. It's been my honor and duty to see you through this mission.
Nah, we're not gonna do it now. We're gonna do it when it's bright. That's better. I'm not so used to this trailer, but it seems to be really agile for its size. I haven't run everything over that I know of yet. And I guess we'll have to wait until the morning until they pick it up. No, we're not gonna do that. Just gonna take one of their machines and just pick it off. Okay. Yeah, we're not gonna do this. We're gonna wait until it's daylight here on the spot. And how about 5 in the morning? Let's say 4 because it takes time to load, or should take. If this one isn't like Brian Modmaker's log trailers that take 2 minutes. Like, okie dokie. That is not. He doesn't, what I know, he doesn't, Brian Modmaker doesn't have open definition files, but he used to have open files. So you could actually go in and change yourself. So I changed, first of all, if you have a 3-part trailer, you're hauling 3 times as much as a regular trailer, somewhat, maybe 2.5. Anyway, the payment was the same as if you would carry just one, and that bugged me. And I could change that, so I changed that. And the loading time was like 2 minutes, boom, and it was loaded. I was like, no, it would take like 40, 45 minutes at least if they are fast with loading all 3 trailers. So yeah, I changed that as well. Then he came with an update that I didn't have to take, since it was, only thing he changed was the actual size of the logs, so you could, have some variation, and that is good. That is really good that he did. But what he did was also protecting his files, so you couldn't access and change anything. And I get that too, because they don't want anyone to copy their stuff. But the big but is about including an open definition file. If you're going to remove all the privileges of setting up your stuff that how you want them to, as an operator, as a customer who buys, trailers, they can choose in between a couple of things to change on the trailers. And so that what I would see as a thing, like if you buy a product, you should be owning it, but you don't, because you can change it. So I don't know if he has changed that by now, because I haven't looked into it, but that has been an issue. So but then I found these Pinga trailers, and these are really cool and good, and it takes, I think, regular time to load them, and the payment is basically the same. I wouldn't say it's more, but it's they don't take much more either. I mean, it's not a road train really, so it doesn't matter. Okay, let's see what we got. I can check out the cargo market. And we got up to Canada. We got Sola. It's a cool place. Oh, we got smaller logs to Missoula. Maybe take that one. And this is from the. This is the weirdest. So this one is from a sawmill, possibly to forestry. It has happened. It can be to the sawmill in Missoula, but I think it's actually forestry. Hang on. So these are to the same place. So it's from one sawmill to one other sawmill. I can get that, but from one sawmill to a forestry, that is so backwards. Like, why? I know I probably have, some condition, ADHD or ADD, I don't know, but something is really bugging me about that. Like, when you release something, I would not allow myself to do that. I would just remove it from the coding. Even if it gets you more loads, it doesn't make sense. So it's just annoying. For me as a real truck driver, it's kind of annoying. Like, what? Yeah, I can get a reason for that. I'm just, okay, we're gonna do that. Anyway, we're gonna hold that. Let's do it. Oh, hang on. That was, looked like pretty short time. Might miss out of it. I'm not sure about 52 minutes. Let's go for it. We might.
The Secret Service has your back, and so do I. Let's go.
It's getting brighter by the minute. Oh boy, this is not gonna be good. This is not gonna take 52 minutes. And this is so hard to back up with. It's really one of the worst trailers to back up with. I'm not gonna make this. This is totally messed up. So what I should have done there, which I forgot, obviously, is to back up a bit and just take it wider from start. I think we made it though. How about, yeah, a little light in life. We also need to put some effort in because we have only so much time to get that one. Okay, I'm gonna lift my axle too. Oh boy, that was mean. What in... Wow, that was a serious bug. That was a serious bug. Alright. Can stop doing that, thank you. You know what? I put us here. Still a problem? Wow. That is a problem. Interesting. Never had this before. Like yesterday. It was also, it might be a Pinga issue actually. Because the other one was a Pinga trailer as well, but it was low boy, but it did something like this when you moved. But it didn't do it during the, like this one, like during, hang on, this is straight, this should do it. Still not. What is the issue here? I don't get it. Okay. How about a real street? Would that work? like really down to earth like this. Hang on. All right, it's something about, I think it's the angle. It might be the angle when I'm dropping it. Hang on. Wow. You pet a little. So let's try to have a straight angle. Straighter angle. It still doesn't do it. Interesting. I'm really stuck. Like, what happens if I decouple it? It disappeared and crashed. The game froze. Wow. Okay, I think they might messed up something with the update, that's for sure. We might have to take a whole different... Yeah. Wow, I can't even stop the game. The stream is running though, right? Yeah. But the game is totally messed up. This is serious. Seriously messed up. Alright, I got actually... Wow, I can't reach the main monitor. It's just blacked out. And that's where I get my stuff that I need to... Oh, good. That one works. Perfect. But doesn't help because I can't see anything on it. I would want to move this from here to another monitor, but what can I do? It will not stop. I can't stop the game. And I can reach resource monitor. I can't get to the task manager. That's awesome. What a great computer I have. It comes with new stuff every time. How can you not end a task? I don't know. This is so frustrating. Because I don't want to stop the stream, obviously. But I think that's my only thing to do, and restart and start a new stream, because I don't know what to do. I need to shut off the whole computer for this, as it appears. Screenshot, Jesus. No fast commands, nothing helps, it's really stuck. The evil spirit of ATS. It's like taking over the whole shit. I can't do anything. Alright. Okay, I can push the button, I can pull the plug, so see you on the next stream, and it's in a short bit, so see you in a bit, Eli. Bam.